So a few do's and don'ts when approaching those possible endorsement partners. There's so many ways to approach potential endorsement partners, and depending on what you want to do with that partner. So I'm not going to talk any more about that. I think we've covered that quite enough today. Instead, I'm just going to give you what not to do and how not to approach potential partners, because most of the time, I can tell you, most business owners don't know what they don't know, and they approach potential partners in the wrong way, and then they wonder why nobody wants to do a deal with them, right? And typically, it's just because they're approaching them in the wrong way. So here's what you need to do. Number one, you need to keep the relationship personal, right? Don't copy a template email verbatim when you contact them. Template emails are clearly templates and they'll not work for you. I feel if you need to start with a template, well, then modify it to make it more personal and make sure you use the actual name of the person you're approaching. As I said earlier, if the email begins with Dear Business Owner or something similar, you're not going to get a response. So let me ask, how many of you, again, have gotten a template email before, right? You can just tell. So put it in the chat box here if you've gotten a template email before. Yeah, Dan, yep, right, Bill, yep, yep, Joan, yep. What do you do when you get it, right? The first thing you do, as I said earlier, is you delete it. So if you use a template as the basis of your approach email, then try to make it as personal as you can. That's step number one. Step number two is don't approach a potential partner by first asking for something. This is a big one. Don't approach someone and ask for something. When you ask someone to endorse and promote you, you're asking them for a favor. So don't go into the request or don't go into your proposal asking for something and asking them to do something for you, even if it can potentially make them a lot of money. If you never established a relationship with them first, why should they trust you? Why should they even read your email? Why should they do a deal? You haven't done anything to warrant their respect or justify their attention, so why would they want to do a deal with you? So instead of doing that, you see, most people, they want something for nothing. And I'm assuming that you guys are not like that, right? But a lot of people want something for nothing. And it's like, hey, I just met you at an event and I don't know you. I don't know you at all. How can we possibly do a deal? It just makes no sense. So instead of doing that, don't approach them with something for nothing. Approach them and offer a value. Don't be a product pusher and don't go out there and just give your business cards and not offer any value to them. First, you got to develop a relationship. And this is what counts. And it's really so easy. Because when you deliver value to people you meet, you don't need to ask. Eventually, they'll come to you and they'll want to do business with you. Does that make sense? Right? It's so easy. The old saying about give to get. If you want to do business with someone else, give something to them of value first, and then they'll come to you, right? And that puts you in the power position where now you can negotiate the terms so you don't have to settle for what they might offer you, right? Really, the best way to approach someone to add value, and I'll give you another tip here, is the best way to get other already successful people to endorse and promote you, these so-called heavy hitters. It's really very simple. It takes two things. Either you send them some sales and you help them become more successful by sending them some additional sales, and truly that'll get their attention. Or number two is to become one of their clients. In this case, if you become someone's client, they will pay more attention to you because you're now their client. So instead of, hey, please, man, promote me, you can say, you know what? I've been to your workshop. I've been to your event. I've purchased your product or used your service, and I'm one of your current clients. And if you then ask them, they will respond, or at the very least, even if they're not going to do an endorsement partnership with you, they will give you feedback on why they're not going to do the deal with you yet. And at best, they'll say yes. It's very simple. You go to their event, buy their product, invest in their success, and they're likely to invest in yours. I look at these types of expenses of going to these events or buying these products as marketing cost, right? If I go to an event or I buy their product, whatever, it's just a marketing cost. I'm going to spend money on marketing anyway, so why not spend it on going to a potential partner's event or buying their product and see if it works, right? So that's the way I do it. I just, either send them some sales or become their client. That's how you develop relationships with these heavy hitters, these potentially big endorsement partnerships. It's really very simple. And lastly, I'm amazed how many times when a potential partner tells a person that they don't want to promote their product or work with them, that person reads into their decline to partner as a personal attack. They ask, is it because you don't like me or my product? Well, it's usually none of that. Now, perhaps it's just not the right time, or maybe you don't have the right offering. Sometimes it's a good thing they just ask them later, hey, I know we're not going to do a deal. And that's no problem, no hard feelings. Can you just give me some feedback on what I can improve? And sometimes they'll tell you, you know what, it was nothing personal. It's just the timing's not right. I'm doing a lot of other promotions right now, and I just don't have the time to take on something new at the moment. That's all. So never take rejections personally. And as the old sales adage goes, some will, some won't. Who's next? Just move on to the next potential partner and keep asking. So let me close by saying this. A good endorsement partnership is a result of you being on top of your partnering game and understanding the nature of relationships. If you want to benefit from the world's most powerful business strategy, you need to come from a place of strength and awareness of how partnering is done. So that's where the endorsement partner formula, teaches you how to do that. And because so few people know how to do endorsement partnerships well, when you have a great offering and you know how to do profitable strategic partnerships, these other potential partners will see you doing well, and they're going to start approaching you and asking you, hey, why don't you do the same thing with me? They're going to see how professional you are and the quality of your product and your cross promotions and your sales funnel, and that all of your partnerships are top notch. So from there on, this will be how you're going to build this huge endorsement partner ecosystem. And that's what can launch your business to entirely new levels of success, where you're just going to grow and grow and grow. So it's really so simple. It truly is. It's so simple. It's just like the old saying, do what you say you're going to do and do it very well, and success will follow. So does that all make sense? Well, that's my pitch for the day. So I want to thank you so much for being here today. I'm truly honored by your attendance, and I look forward to getting to know some of you better, and perhaps even having some of you become part of my Chain Reactions marketing community. So if you're interested in that, here's the URL that you can enter to learn more about that. And so until we talk again, have a great day, and bye for now.